Oh, I'm struggling today, YTPC. By God, it's way over 30. Absolutely clammed up. Dogs don't know how to put themselves. It's serious. It really is serious. And I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't watched many of your videos over the weekend. My back hasn't been very good, and I think it's a mixture of the heat. I just haven't been myself, but I'm not so bad, so I just want to be honest with you, I haven't watched many videos this weekend. So I got a question asked the other day, and he was saying, I'm new to pipe smoking, can you give me some advice? What sort of pipe do I buy, and this, that and the other, and could you do like a bit of a talk about it, I suppose. So this might go on longer than me 10 minutes. So yeah, the question was, what pipe would you suggest to start off with? What tobaccos? What do I need to get going? This, that and the other. I'm just cleaning this pipe out actually. Now for anybody else starting out with a pipe, I'd always suggest starting off with a billiard type. For one, they're easy to run a pipe cleaner through. And with a billiard, you know, you don't want a short pipe, you don't want a short stubby pipe, not to start off with, because the chances are you might end up, your backy burning hot, and then you end up with tongue biting, and you'll be put off. So what I suggest is going for a billiard. Now one what's about 150 mil long. They're all about 150 mil. You don't want to much shorter than that to start off with. 150, 155 millimeter length. And a billiard like that. That's what I'd say to start off with. Now this one is a hard castle. Unfortunately, you can't get these hard castles anymore. But one pipe I will suggest, and I've got a few of them, is a Dr. Plum billiard, or a Dr. Plum billiard star, maybe even a Prince or something like that. And they come with a stinger in like that. Now one good thing about stingers I like, they do come out. It stops a lot of that gloop coming back into your mouth, and like sometimes if you draw and you might get a burst of ash and it might come back into your mouth, and that stinger stops that from happening. So I definitely recommend a billiard. I'll show you my Dr. Plums here. You don't want to be spending a lot of money on the first pipe, but you don't want to be spending little on a pipe, if that makes any sense. So these are a couple of Dr. Plums I've got. This is like a saddle stem now. This is about 140 mil long, 145. But these ones here, the Dr. Plums, they're about 155 millimeters long, and I'd say one of them, something like that. This one, I love this pipe, a great pipe I got gifted the other week. And they do come with a stinger, and they're removable, like that again, like the hard castles. Now Dr. Plums have been around for about 100 years now, I do believe, so they're well established firm. And my smoking shop have got them, you know, got them in. Maybe I haven't got the billiard type, like I put that one, put a billiard type like that. I think they've got a Prince in. Princes are good as any pipe to start off with, but you don't want a short one, as I say, because you might end up with having tongue bite and it'll put you off. So that's pipe wise. That's what I definitely recommend. Tool wise, you'll want a tamper. Now tampers come in all shapes and forms, from a couple of quid right upwards. Now there's various ones like that. This is a Peterson one, where you've got your spike to clean out your. Let's have a look, see if I can show you. Where your spike goes in here, if you're getting a bit of blockage, you can just give it a bit of a roke out like that. Then you've got like your pipe tool to ream it out in like that. And at the base, you've got your tamper. Now that's one type. There's another type like this. Now I don't like these. Give me a second, I want to get this pipe going. I don't like these tampers, because they act like a bit of a shovel, and you can end up with hot ash coming out, either burning your lap, burning your carpet, possibly burning your car seat, which you don't want. And I do not like them one bit. I don't like them at all. Just give me a second. I should have gone through this packing a pipe with you, shouldn't I really, but I'll do that another time. Yeah, these ones here, you see they've got like a dog's leg in them like that. If you're tamping, you can pick up a bit of hot ember on that part there, and you can flick it out of your pipe, you know, if you're not careful. So I advise you to keep away from those. I just hate them. I don't use them, I hate them. And the one I use, when I've just had it picked up, I put the bloody thing. Oh, it's there. The one I use is this one here. It's a Roberts of Sheffield. I've got two of these. Never out of my pocket. Same thing again. You got your tamper there, your pipe spike, and your knife there. And these, they're good in your pocket. They don't make holes in your pockets like other ones, like sharper edged ones can do. Like those, like them there, they can come open and you end up with a hole in your pocket. And they're just bloody useless. Just I'd say stay clear of them. I don't like them, but it's everyone to their own. Now packing your pipe, I'll just run it through with it quickly. People do it different ways. If it's already rubbed, you put a little bit in the bottom, you tamp it gently, not too hard. And then you put your next level up, where you tap it a little bit more, a little bit firmer, and then your final layer a little bit firmer still. And just keep it down from the edge. You don't want it packed right up to the top. You just want it down a bit. Otherwise when you light it, it rises, but tobacco rises up to meet you and it can fall out. So just keep it down. So that's your pipe towels. Lighter wise, to get a flame, there's various lighters out there. There's your Zippos, there's your normal Zippo, there's your pipe lighting Zippo like that, where your flame comes upwards like that. A lot of us have these lighters. They are very, very good. But these lighters, we're all saying, everybody's saying thank you, Greg. Are these lighters here, and they're made by Honest, and they are a really, really good lighter. You got your pipe tool there, your spike there. I don't use that unless I really have to. It's got a dog's leg in it. I don't like them, but they are a good lighter. And if you haven't got a tamper, I suppose you've got one, but I never hardly use that tamper at all. On about tampers, you can make your own. There's different ones if you're into shooting. Like Trucking Piper Bob sent me, 410 cartridge, as good as anything. Absolutely spot on. Let me get lit up. And I forgot it was Mation Monday, sorry guys. It's the weather. When you light your pipe, your first light is what we call the char light. Now it won't be lit 100%. So then you want to get your tap bit. In this case, a 410 shotgun cartridge. Gently tamp it down when you've got your char light done. Not hard, just gently. And then you're away. And housekeeping today, it's Solani Age Barley Flake. Now tobaccos, a lot of you say that it comes in different sorts. It comes in a plug, it comes in a flake, it comes in a mixture. There's various different types of tobacco out there. Now, for those starting off, I set off smoking aromatics. And I was heavily into aromatics in a big way. And then I found, I made me what we call my X1X blend, which is Goith Hogarth, American Cherry and Vanilla, and Erin Mart mixture, mixed 50-50, give it a good jungle way around, mixed 50-50 with the Erin Mart and the Goith Hogarth, American Cherry and Vanilla, and the Erin Mart mixture, 50-50. Now a lot of new pipe smokers and even some seasoned pipe smokers quite enjoy my X1X blend. So that is one avenue you could go down to try to start out your pipe smoking journey. But what I suggest is, it's what you like. A lot of tobacconists do samples. I wouldn't go out, rush out and buy a tin of tobacco to find out you don't like it. You can buy samples, like a little sample of tobaccos. Most tobacconists do. I'm certain that my smoking shop do. I'm sure if you get in touch with Simon and Ben at my smoking shop, they'll guide you through. If you're in the States, any other tobacconist over there or whereabouts you are in the world, you know, if you're near a tobacconist, go and talk to them, and they'll guide you through what you may and may not like. If you've got a sweet tooth, you might like a sweet flavoured tobacco, you know, like Sunset Braze. That's like a fruity one. You might like Burleys, you might like Englishes. It's just that trial and error, and you've got to find out what you like, and then you can start to build up your cellar of which tobacco, what tobaccos you like. And then when as time goes on, when you do get your tobaccos, you want to then store them. Now you can get yourself some jars like this, Kilner jars, jam jar, you know, like what we make fruit in. They've got like a sail rubber lid on there. And you open a tin of tobacco, put it in there, it'll last for absolutely years, I reckon. There's different sizes ones you can get. There's your bigger one if you're buying, you know, more bulk tobaccos as such. Same again. These ones are very, very good, which are like a wide mouth ones. You can get your hand in there a lot easier. They are very, very good jars. I use them quite a lot. So that's your tobacco storage. You want to be storing tobacco. Now as you go on and you find you do like enjoying the pipe, you might want to move on to buy yourself a couple more pipes. Now I'm going to have to get up again. Excuse me, Murphy. Now there's a few ways of doing it. You can either buy sell another billiard, or I'd stick to billiards when you're starting. There's pipes that come with filters, like this one here, which is a 9mm filter. Some tobaccos I think taste better with the filter. I'd go for your white elephant, your Measham filters over the other ones. So some tobaccos do I think taste better with the filter. For like your Savinelli pipes, they come filtered with their 6mm filter. If you like Jesse and you're handy with your hands, you can drill them out to, you know, to 9mm, to a 9mm filter. But you can do that later on. The other option, Bob's going to hate me for this, is to buy a Falcon. You'll have seen these on Falcon Fridays. This one particular one here is a Jack Hargreaves tribute one with the rusticated Dublin bowl. Now the beauty about Falcons, the bowls are interchangeable. So you can have one bowl all fired up, ready to go. When you've smoked that, you can take that one off and then put another bowl on. There's different types of bowls. You can make your filters like that, like your filters, you absorbs the muck, what they call them, they're not a filter. They absorb the moisture, there's a name for them, I can't remember off the top of my head. I did call them filter last time, one of my videos, and that was wrong. They absorb the moisture in the bottom of the, like the bowl there. Can't remember the name of them again. They come in different sizes, different colours. There's a green one there, that one's got a bantam bowl on, which is half the size. Shillelagh one, again same as the green one there. And the bantam bowls are a bit smaller than your standard size bowls. Ideal for a 20-minute smoke, something like that, 20-minute smoke in a little bantam bowl like that, quite easily. So that is one way you can go to build up your pipe collection as such, if you know what I mean, because you've got different bowls. It's a cheaper way of doing it until you get going, so it's just another option. I know Bob doesn't like Falcons, he doesn't like Cobs. Cobs I'm not struck on, I'll be honest. Dwight sent me one very, very kindly, and I'll be absolutely honest, I'm not a Cob person, and they don't do me, they don't float me boat. I'm sorry, Dwight lad, but they just don't. I've tried them and I'm not struck. But there might be some pipes out there what I smoke that Dwight doesn't like. Dwight might not like Falcons, I don't know. So they've covered the pipes. Trying to think what else we've covered here. Think about what tobaccos you may like, what flavours you like. Pipe tools, tobacco pouch, you might want to buy a tobacco pouch. There's various different kinds. What else is there? Pipe stand. You might want to get yourself a pipe stand further down the way. If you do buy tobacco, keep it out of direct sunlight. I will say that. Obvious reasons. You want it dry now. And that is really, I think, unless I've forgotten anything, I have. And I'll get it for a minute. Oh, there's this one. You'll want some sort of ashtray to knock your pipe out with when you've got down your pipe. Now you can buy them, but they cost an absolute fortune. Or you can make them. Ugh. Now this bowl I got from a charity shop. I've gone out. I'm away again. This bowl I got from a charity shop. Now in it, you can see there, like a champagne cork I've glued into the bottom. Now what that's for, you want to protect your pipe when you're knocking out. You don't want to knock it out onto anything hard. So you knock your pipe out and it won't damage the rim of your pipe. As you get going, I showed this the other day, you may want a pipe reamer of some sorts. I showed that on my last video, I think it was, for Carrie. And that's about it, guys. I think I've covered a lot. I know it's double my time plus for a video here, but I was asked, and I did say I'd do it. If I haven't covered anything, or there's anything else I've missed out, somebody let me know, or jump in and tell me. But for the time given, trying to get it condensed in without going too long, I just wanted to say, I said I was going to do it. I said I'd do the video, so I've done it. Man of my word, you see. So guys, that's it. That young chap, I can't remember his name now. Was it Andrew? Was it Andrew was asking? I can't remember. But I hope that's answered all your questions. I think I've covered everything. But yeah, your tobaccos, just buy samples to start off with. Don't go out buying a full tin to find out you don't like it, because you end up with a tobacco you don't like. And I strongly advise you set off with a straight billiard, and then that's I think that's the way forward. And then once you get into a bit more, you'll need a second pipe, because if you decide you like Englishes and then aromatics, I suggest you want 2 pipes. Then you got one small Englishes in one pipe, and then aromatics in another pipe, and then slowly build your collection up, because you do want to rest them, put up to rest now and again. So guys, that's it. I think I've about covered it all. If I haven't, I'm sorry. It's a hot day and I'm struggling here. So I hope you have a great start of the week. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. The weather here is absolutely red hot. It's way over 30 here at the moment, and I can't cope in it. I can't cope in this heat. So enjoy the rest of your day. Be careful in this heat, all of you. I mean that too. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic week, and as always, be kind to each other, because if we're all kind to each other, we all get on, don't we? I'll see you later. Take care now.